રસ્તાના ખાડાઓથી મળશે મુક્તિ. કેન્દ્રીય મંત્રી ડોક્ટર જીતેન્દ્ર સિંહે લોન્ચ કરી ક્રાંતિકારી ઇકોફિક્સ ટેકનોલોજી. કેન્દ્રીય વિજ્ઞાન અને ટેકનોલોજી રાજ્યમંત્રી ડોક્ટર જીતેન્દ્ર સિંહે માર્ગ નિર્માણ ક્ષેત્રે ઇકોફિક્સ ટેકનોલોજીના બહુવિધ ફાયદાઓ પર ભાર મૂકતા તેને પર્યાવરણ અને ઉદ્યોગ જગત માટે ક્રાંતિકારી ગણાવી છે. મંત્રીએ જણાવ્યું હતું કે આ નવીન ટેકનોલોજી સંપૂર્ણપણે ટકાઉ, આર્થિક રીતે પરવડે તેવી અને પર્યાવરણને અનુકૂળ છે, જે ભારત સરકારના વેસ્ટ ટુ વેલ્થ કચરામાંથી કંચન અભિગમને સાચા અર્થમાં સાર્થક કરે છે. લોખંડ અને પોલાદના ઉદ્યોગમાંથી નીકળતા નકામા પદાર્થોનો ઉપયોગ કરી તૈયાર કરવામાં આવેલું આ મિશ્રણ માર્ગોની જાળવણીમાં નવા માપદંડો સ્થાપિત કરશે. આ ટેકનોલોજીના સૌથી મહત્વના પાસા વિશે વાત કરતા મંત્રીએ નોંધ્યું હતું કે રસ્તાના ખાડા પૂરવાની કામગીરી હવે રિયલ ટાઈમ એટલે કે ત્વરિત ધોરણે થઈ શકશે. પરંપરાગત પદ્ધતિઓની સરખામણીમાં ઇકોફિક્સ મિશ્રણ વાપરવામાં અત્યંત સરળ છે, જેના કારણે માર્ગો પરના ખાડાઓને કોઈ પણ વિલંબ વગર તાત્કાલિક દુરસ્ત કરી શકાશે. આ પ્રક્રિયાથી શ્રમ અને સમયની મોટી બચત થશે, જે ખાસ કરી વ્યસ્ત શહેરી વિસ્તારો અને રાષ્ટ્રીય ધોરીમાર્ગ પર વાહન વ્યવહારને સુગમ બનાવવા માટે અત્યંત મદદરૂપ સાબિત થશે. જો ડોક્ટર જીતેન્દ્ર સિંહે વધુમાં ઉમેર્યું હતું કે આ ટેકનોલોજી માત્ર માર્ગોની ગુણવત્તામાં સુધારો નહીં કરે, પરંતુ ઔદ્યોગિક કચરાના વ્યવસ્થાપનનો એક નક્કર ઉકેલ પણ પૂરો પાડશે. વિજ્ઞાન અને ટેકનોલોજી વિભાગ દ્વારા આ પ્રોજેક્ટને પ્રોત્સાહન આપી સ્વદેશી સંશોધકો અને ઉદ્યોગ સાહસિકોને એક નવું પ્લેટફોર્મ પૂરું પાડવામાં આવ્યું છે. આગામી સમયમાં આ તકનીકનો વ્યાપક ઉપયોગ દેશના માળખાગત વિકાસને નવી ઊંચાઈએ લઈ જશે અને માર્ગ અકસ્માતો ઘટાડવામાં પણ નિર્ણાયક ભૂમિકા ભજવશે તેવી મંત્રીએ આશા વ્યક્ત કરી હતી.
Entire project is about 197 crore, and out of that 95 crore has been spent by Mr. Pathak, and more than him the other parties. So we are also actually changing the kind of PPP model culture where the private sector becomes equal partner, and for that, as you must have read in the newspapers as well, we recently launched the RDI scheme, and the first lot of it is being rolled out somewhere around the 31st of January or so, which would also accelerate industry participation in a big way, particularly in the domains which are relatively newer ones, including this one, which is not very much known among the potential entrepreneurs, also among the other stakeholders, and likewise also in the more recent domains which have opened up to the private sector, like the nuclear sector, etc. Now, as far as the iron and steel road construction is concerned, or the steel slag, I think 3-4 major advantages we should go to the common people and also to the users, potential users of the media. One is the sustainability. So that's most important, because in a heterogeneous country like India, we have even our road construction requirements are variable. For example, I worked in Northeast for over 7 years. You just have a working period of 3-4 months in a year. And most of the time it's raining, and many a time the road gets washed out. And therefore, this is a technology which ensures sustainable road, as was being mentioned by Mr. Pandey. Also doesn't require repair. And since the timeline is shorter, you can complete it in a limited period of 3 or 4 months, which doesn't happen usually. We overshoot the targets. So from that point of view, I think since they were enumerating the number of states that have already used it, like for example, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Assam, to an extent, Gujarati, Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, I think we have to now target the Himalayan states, which possibly require more than others. We had a huge havoc of flash floods in the border districts of Punjab, situated along the zero line Indo-Pak border. So also the other side, Jammu and Kashmir, also situated along the hilly terrains of the Himalayas. Also Arunachal, Uttarakhand, again we came through all this. So I think those are the states which need to be sensitized. So I would also suggest to Mr. Pathak to write to the respective secretaries, because wherever I go, I carry the passion of talking about the technologies that we have which are applicable there. And I was a little disappointed that I came across one of the chief engineers of roads and buildings in one of the states, I don't wish to name. He was not aware of this technology. So I told myself, if he is not aware, who would? And he does not even know that there is something like that. As I said last time, he does not know that he does not know. Well, if he had known, then he would have reached out to you. So we need to sensitize. We could prepare small visuals, even you, because that's a good business prospect for you if you are spreading out to 5-6 states. These are your potential areas, potential buyers. Arunachal Pradesh, a huge Incidentally, now, before coming here, I was with the Arunachal Pradesh CM for about an hour. Now I'm regretting I should have spoken about this because it just slipped out of my mind that I'm coming here. There you actually require it. And Uttarakhand, you saw all that happening, to an extent Himachal. So one of the advantages is sustainability, the other is the cost, as was being mentioned even in the video, nearly 15-20% lower cost. Third is the environment friendly, because we talk these days. So what better than that? Industry friendly, because industry is also happy, because it's a new domain. Waste to wealth, as was being mentioned by Mr. Pathak. So this also lives up to various flagship ideals of Prime Minister Modi and the government that stands for. The other part of it is that the potholes, of course, the other part is that you don't have to dry the potholes, you can simply cover them. So you can instantly, real-time basis, the pothole repair could be undertaken. Sometimes you have to wait for during torrential rains, you can't undertake the repair. And the pothole also gets covered with water, causing a lot of potential hazards. So in that situation, you could even repair it during. So, lot many things which need to be explained to the common people and the common masses. Similarly, as was being mentioned, I think by the Delhi minister, you don't have to disturb the traffic doing so, because that is a common complaint. So once the road digging happens through the construction department, the second day the telephone department comes to lay down the underground cables. Third day the Jal Jeevan comes to lay down the water pipes. Fourth day the electricity. So the whole year. So this saves us for that. And of course, as was being mentioned by Dr. Kalai Selvi, the whole of, I'm glad that two components of the same ministry have come together. But we could also engage, Marth is also already with us, so it's whole of government. And when Mr. Pandey is there, it becomes whole of nation. So it's actually the pan, whole of the nation and whole of society which is happening. That is very much in keeping with the priority of this government, to have an integrated approach, to have a very liberal PPP model. And I think the last but not the least, the how to upscale it is something that I'm sure you could be also working upon, because even while undertaking these repair works in different regions, the topographical conditions are different. So there also we would have to modify some of our procedures depending upon the area that we are operating upon. And that could happen when we get closely aligned with the local agencies over there, the local construction agency, both the government sector as the non-government sector.